All right, Coach. I don't know if you could ask for a better start to the season than what you had last weekend. 5-1, just overall over the weekend. Just give me your thoughts on the ladies' performance.
Well, very proud of our girls. I mean, we played really good against some really good competition. It was a great tournament. Just you're watching games. There's 4 games going on at a time. You're able to go watch a lot of games, and just saw really a lot of tight games throughout the entire weekend, which tells you that the competition level across the board is really good. And for us to come home 5-1 is exciting. We would have loved to come home 6-0, but we lost to a good team in Rogers State who won it all a couple of years ago, and they just played a little bit better than we did. But I feel like we're as good as they are. We just didn't quite get the breaks in that game. But we found ourselves in some tough situations in which we fought. All the things that I kind of told you about last week about the team chemistry, the playing for each other, the camaraderie, all those things really did pay off in a lot of situations this past weekend. We got a lot of girls some opportunities in critical situations, and was very pleased with the way people performed, and just excited about the way we competed this weekend, and just it's a great start to the year and ready to move forward.
Coach, and even in the loss, it just kind of seemed like the offense was rolling this weekend. Is that how encouraging is that moving forward after not, as you said last week, playing up to y'all's usual standard a season ago?
Well, we were really impressed with the offensive performance because we really didn't know. It's one of those things where you're just not for sure how good you are, how talented you are offensively, but we just had some massive performances. Tatiana Trotter had a huge weekend. That's a girl that's worked her tail off, and her hard work is paying off, and she had a massive weekend, had a ton of clutch hits for us with runners in scoring position. Keely Garcia had 2 massive home runs, one of them being in extra innings to win us a game, and then Leilana Applin is one. I can't forget to talk about her. She's a freshman out of Stanford, never played travel ball, hasn't played high level ball really, but man, she's really stepped up to the plate and hit a big home run when we were down 1-0 to give us the lead, and we had her in the 2 hole certain games and had her down in the 5 or 6 hole in certain games, and she just provides you a lot of flexibility because of speed and power. Zoe DeBaca did an outstanding job down at the bottom of the lineup. Erin Plunkett, who hadn't really hit the ball in preseasons in January, she went out and had a huge weekend for us offensively. So, I think we hit 337 as a team. Stole bases, just did the things, laid down some bunts here and there, and just did a lot of things really well at the plate.
And some of those games ended up being pretty close. How clutch was the pitching just overall over the weekend?
Well, we talked about it. We got a staff of 5, and we used them. We didn't have to overextend anybody. As soon as one of them started to struggle, we had another one ready to go and pulled the trigger with them. And that's not something that Coach K and I are used to doing. It's usually you got to kind of ride them out and stick them out and get save somebody for the next game. But we talked about it. We're going into every game trying to win that game, and when you can do that, the kid only has to go out and throw 30 or 40 pitches maybe, then she can come back and throw the next game in our sport. So Cheyenne Floyd had a huge weekend. I think she ended up with 4 of the 5 wins. And again, it's not because she went out and threw complete games. Now, game 4 or game 6, the last game on Sunday, she did throw. She had a no-hitter into the 5th inning against a really good hitting Mesa team, and we went ahead and got her out because we were up 7-0, had to bring her back in to get the last 2 outs, and I think she got the final 2 kids on strikeouts. So that was massive, and everybody threw really well. Avery Gunther was phenomenal at times. Really mowed down people for stretches. Tori Hogan had good starts. Amelia Hathorn gave us some huge outs. Game 1, for example, bases loaded, no outs, and we bring her in and she gets us 2 pop-ups and a strikeout, and we win that game 4-2 in extra innings. We won that game 4-2 against a super regional team last year in Wingate. So. Maddie Walco threw a perfect inning in 2/3 Saturday night against Metro, and it was fun to watch them all go out and compete and give us quality outs and quality innings.
Coach, you said that last week and even just before the season started that there's just a lot of question marks with this team because you just don't really know yet. You saw them in action for the first time playing other people other than themselves. Like what's your overall thoughts?
Well, you
now?
You see the smile starting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a happy dude. All right, don't get me wrong here. I'm just exhausted right now. It was a long weekend, but I couldn't be more pleased with this group, because like I said, on the field we played really good this weekend, and we didn't know because we've got a lot of JUCO kids. So you're bringing in a lot of new faces, 11 new faces, and to watch them go out and compete, and just as important though, or more importantly, not just as, more importantly, is just to watch them grow as people, and it's a special group, and I'm really excited about what this future can hold, and win or lose going forward. I'm blessed to be a part of this group of people because they're awesome, and they're blessing our lives as human beings, but to watch them go out and have success is truly something that we were hoping for, because they've earned it and they deserve it, and it's fun to watch them.
And then, of course, opening up at home this weekend for the Invitational. Just give me your overall thoughts.
Well, George and Ola McCorkle Challenge, obviously, that's a special couple that, for Angelo State softball, and happy to carry on the tradition of having their name on our tournament. And, we've got Texas A&M International coming back up. Coach Libby, got all the respect in the world for him. I consider him a good friend of mine in the coaching profession, and this is the 20th year, I guess, he's come up to our tournament. He's a staple. I know he's coming. So obviously we don't want to have to play conference opponents that much, and they didn't used to be a conference opponent, but so that was awesome. But now that we've got to play them 3 times in the regular season, you don't really want to have to play them twice. But again, he's wanting to come back up here, obviously, and we love having him here. And then Regis University from Colorado coming down. They were in Houston this last week, had some massive wins against St. Edwards, and almost beat St. Mary's. Had UT Tyler down in the 5th inning, 3-1 the 5th, before letting it slip away. So, Coach Thompson's doing a great job up there. She's working hard in the state of Texas. I think she has 7 kids on her roster from Texas, and she's in a private school in a state school conference, and I think they finished 3rd place last year in the conference. So she's doing a great job, and first time we've ever had Regis here on campus. So just looking forward to having them here and getting a fresh face that we haven't seen a lot of. We haven't played Regis, I don't know, last year maybe, in the first time we ever played them, when we played them in this tournament in Houston. So looking forward to the weather's supposed to be great. It's going to be great competition. They're a scrappy team, and International's a scrappy team who is better than they were last year. They're healthy this year. They've added some new faces that looked good this past weekend, and all 3 of us being there, we all kind of are familiar with each other now, because we just spent those games off watching each other play, knowing that you're going to have to do it this week. So there's not going to be a lot of surprises. They're going to be prepared for us. We're going to be prepared for them, and hopefully we have some massive crowds. Again, great weather, and we'd love to have a massive crowd out, because these girls are worth watching. And I know there's a lot of events going on here. I think baseball's here, basketball's here. So, if you can find time to get out Friday and Saturday and spend some time at the softball field, that'd be great.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, stop.
Oh.